人入邊共有31名人士受傷，6名傷勢嚴重者被延誤送院，傷勢包括骨折、腦出血。警方指傷勢係被捕時造成，但卻不能解釋為何傷者未能喺衝突。
I've been participating in more than 5 protests, and it has to do with the umbrella revolution that dates back to 2014, because this year we kind of realized that if we do not stand together as a whole, we won't be able to overthrow the totalitarian regime. We would miss out the chance to have a political reform.
真係點樣影響日常生活就係，即係本身香港係一個好安定繁榮嘅社會嚟㗎。
So Hong Kong is supposed to be a very stable society. 而家就即係變成出街可能黑色衫又要諗緊可唔可以着啊。And now we are in a lot of white terror, even what color of shirt you're wearing, and can you wear a mask? And what are you bringing out on the street? On a daily life? Yeah, we are in a fear that if you are bringing something that the police think you are offending, so we're living in fear on a daily basis. 屋企人點睇？屋企人就大多數都係持咗支持嘅態度。My family are more on the supportive side. 但係就有某啲屋企人都係偏向支持政府啊。But some of the family members are like the pro-establishment side. 但係普遍即係對於我出嚟遊行去抗爭去爭取。But in general, my family members, they are not opposing to me coming out on the street to do the protests and to fight for what we want.
Back in 2014, when we had the umbrella revolution, we had one bottom rule. We want to make it as peaceful as we could. No fights, no yelling, no screaming, no destroying, no sabotaging. Thinking that this is the right way to ask for anything. But then the government returned by playing rhetorics. They have good talks, sweet talks, but it's always some public relations exercise. No sincere talk. This is their style, the style of Chinese, typical China government, the governing style. They do their things their own way. Never negotiate with anyone. This is tyranny. So now after 5 years, we realize that this is no good tactic. No, it won't work out. So we have to stay strong. We have to unite. We have to at least know how to defend ourselves. And then we level up. We start to learn from other countries how to fight back, use minimum aggression. Maybe you'd see people start setting up blockages, barricades with little tiny fire. We don't set up very large flames because that is life-threatening. We don't want to damage any other any buildings because it's our home. If you see any life-threatening scenes, it would be the police staged violence. We leveled up. We tried to tell the government that we fear not. We have to. We need you to respond to our 5 demands. Not only rhetoric political talk, no withdrawal of the extradition bill. Not just talk. You have to show us that you are actually carrying out the plans. Nowadays, we don't trust anymore. So this is how this whole thing changed from the so-called umbrella revolution to today's tens of millions of people marching on the street.
警察濫捕嘅證據啊，
Regarding the brutality of
呢樣嘢
police,
係大眾都好清楚嘅，即係好多
I think the general public is
視
very
頻啊、
clear
新聞啊，大
because
家
there's a
都
lot of
感覺到
footages
係
and there's a lot of news coverage about what they did.
即係佢哋已經捉咗人哋，但係將人哋撳落地下係咁打，即係
They arrested people and pushed on the
用
ground,
武力去
beat up people, and they should not do that
同埋有啲人係直
to
頭
stop them.
反抗，亦都俾人撳住喺地下打到頭破血流。
Especially when some protesters like loss of resisting ability and they are still beating them up to bleeding.
同埋亦都係有一啲示威者係俾人拉咗之後係拎咗去新屋嶺嗰度。
And I learned that
對待即係
and I learned that some arrestee was like sent to the Sun Ok Ling keeping center and then got beaten up and then to be sent to hospital.
亦都係即係有啲警察係以呢個侮辱女性去對待示威者。
And they are assaulting female protester.
係即係呢啲行為係警察唔應該要有，同埋係好過分。
And I don't think these kind of actions are to be taken by the police and it's too much.
呢個亦都唔係已經唔只限於我哋要抗爭嘅嘢，亦都係呢個一個人權。
And it's all of what we are protesting. Protesting is about the human rights, the basic human rights.
係。
Yeah. Oh, okay. So as I speak, I've seen a lot of news footage, and it's not about the. It's actually not about the material evidence. It's about the consistent behavior of the police that we kind of lost trust in the police or what they're saying, or not the police but the government. So they're trying to cover up what they did in a very bad manner. So the more they are coming out to speak, the more we think they're trying to covering up something that we are suspecting. So number one, we believe there's a lot of uncertain suicidal case that is actually caused by the murdering of the police to protester. And second, we are also we kind of believe that there's a lot of like raping or brutality by the police that is not reported in the material evidence. Yeah.
At the beginning of the protests of the year, since which dates back to June, we really carried not as many things as we do nowadays with us when we go out to protest. From a black T-shirt for a black bloc to wearing a safety helmet and a surgical mask to a gas mask, professional military use gas mask, and goggles and full geared, full body armor defense, and then maybe a stick like the police stick, but not as strengthful as the official police stick that police use. This has to do with the brutality that the police have been exercising on us because they want us to fear fear the government, fear them, and most importantly, they vent out by beating us. We are civilians, we are innocent, we are armless. They feel happy, they feel satisfied beating us to vent out. This is a monster, evil. Something very obvious that they have been doing throughout the 4 months from June to September, they've always make arrestees bleed heavily, and they do not allow the wounded persons, the arrestees, to be treated. And now rumors have also said that many of us have already actually been murdered by police, whether or not intentionally or unintentionally. There have already been people killed and all the evidence wiped out. And maybe the family also have been killed. Family of those people. Other things that we've seen police doing, and you can find a lot of footages about it, is too often that they subdue the people by handcuffed or wire or anything. People are actually well under control, but the police would start rubbing their face against the ground till they bleed so bad, and beating up right to the head severely with the stick that they use, the police stick, and step on their back, their spines, that they often get fractures everywhere in their body. They break their fingers, they break every part of the bones of their body are broken. There are x-rays, examinations as proof that these people, even after getting treated at the hospital, they come out severely injured. And there were gangsters hired by police who collaborated with the subway station called MTR. They did dirty business. They did what I meant by dirty business is they pay the gangsters to trap civilians and protesters inside the underground, and they would stop operating the train, and so people are trapped inside and get beaten up as awful as they want.